Hi, Tyson. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody, Tyson. Hi, boy. Hi. There's Winston. Say hi, Winston. Yes. Say hi, boys. Yeah. There's Chase. Hi, Chase. Hi, boys. All right, in the shop today. Today's Sunday, and I've been messing with my own car, the coupe car today, and I've been messing with the rear end. I've been holding off on it because I really wanted to TIG weld all the brackets and braces on, but I just haven't had time to practice, and I just didn't feel confident enough in myself to not necessarily make the welds look good, but hold. I wasn't confident enough in myself for them to be structurally sound, I guess is what I'm looking for. I just didn't feel comfortable trying to TIG weld these, and I'm not sure how they do it, but getting the TIG welder inside here, I wasn't comfortable with it. So I know I've MIG welded for a pretty good while now, so I was comfortable enough to MIG weld these on myself and know that they'll hold. As you know, before I TIG welded these doubler braces on the 10 soldier battle ready kit, and then I just MIG welded all the brackets onto the rear end and the braces down at the bottom. I mean, they're not, that one kind of looks ugly, undercut and stuff, but most of the important ones turned out pretty good up through there and everything. So I'm satisfied enough with it. Did the brace up here on top, and then where they went into the rear end itself, but got it all welded on, and cleaned up all the slag where MIG welded it. A bunch of little pieces of weld slag went everywhere, so cleaned that up pretty good. And I still am going to have to weld anti-roll bar tab here, but I'm not going to just place it on there and weld it just yet, because I don't have an anti-roll bar in the car just yet. So I'm going to put a coat of paint on the rear end right now before I put it up under the car, and then when I go to put an anti-roll bar in, I'll be able to make sure my brackets are exactly where I want them. So I'll just clean up where I'm going to weld, and then put my brackets, and then put a coat of paint back on where I weld the tabs. Because how I'm going to do this rear end is I have a can of the hammer tone black and gray. I'm just going to brush it on and get a good coat of paint on it. Not really looking to have it powder coated like I did my Cobra's rear end or anything like that. So I'm just going to clean it real good and brush some hammer tone black on, and then call it good. Then hopefully I'll be able to get it under the car soon, and at least be able to make it where it a roll. I still like a few things for the front suspension to be able to get K-member and stuff like that put on there, and actually make it a roller. But I'm going to get to brushing some paint on here. Okay, so I just put one coat on everything. I'm gonna come back and put another coat on just to get it a little bit better. But that looks really good. It still has fluid and gear in it, So I'm gonna let it dry real good, and I'll be taking the cover off. I'll be cleaning the cover real good, so I wasn't worried about getting paint on it right now. So, but yeah, looking pretty good. I'll let this dry, and I'll probably put another coat on tomorrow evening. Just let this dry really good. But I like it. Looks good. And that's just brushed on, as you've seen in the time lapse. Okay, you just seen I got the rear end painted, welded up, painted, everything for the coupe, ready to put it on for my coupe, ready to put it under the car. That was a good while ago. I haven't been filming anything that I've been doing with the coupe, and that's my fault. I really don't even think about it. I just mess with it an hour or two in the evenings sometimes, and don't even think about filming on it, and that's my bad. So I figured I'd take a little bit of time now to show you where I'm at on it and how it looks now. Threw my old tag off the Cobra on it just because I got new tags and stuff for the Cobra. Didn't keep the Who Next on it, so I just threw it on here. But I got the rear end sitting in under the coupe. Got the QA1 double adjustables in the back. I think 110 pound springs on it. I think they're dual rate. I think that's what they call them when they're tight at the bottom and then large spacing up at the top. I haven't run any of them style, but I bought these with them on it, so I'm going to try it. Got my wheels sitting under it right now. I don't have no brakes. I got the brackets for strange brakes, but I don't have no rotors or calipers for the back right now. And it's don't got no weight in it, but it's sitting pretty good. I really like how the car has the wheel and tire tucked up under the quarters. You know, I got plenty of room in there with the mini tub, but I'll show you what it looks like from the back. Ever since I've had the coupe, this is the kind of stuff I wanted to do to it. Have a nice built rear end, tucking some nice tires under the back. They're 28 10.5s on a 15 by 10 6.5 inch backspace Weld RTS wheel. They're the wheels I bought for my Cobra. The wheels that are on my Cobra right now are bead locks. They're off of my buddy Brad Royston's GT500. You'll see it on the channel at some point. But I'll probably end up going to run some 0304 Cobra wheels, street wheels and tires back on my Cobra, and take the Alumistar 17-inch fronts and run on the front of this car, and run these RTSs on the back. Eventually get them bead locked too, because my car is basically all it's going to be doing is just seeing the street. It's not going to do any track stuff anymore. That's what this thing's going to be built for. So I'll have the drag pack on it. These front Cobra wheels, I just got it on here for mock-up right now. They're the wheels that go on that coupe over there. The rear wheels is on it right now, but the front wheels I used to mock up here. As you can see, I've got the front suspension all under the car. You can see the front wheel and tire is sticking out past the fender. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to stick a wheel on there. It's got a brake rotor on it right now. I wanted to see where the wheel and tire is going to land, because there's a lot of stuff out there about different spindles and different length A-arms that you can run on these cars. Well, I figured I'd share a little bit on it. Right now, it's got a Team ZK member for Fox body for a modular motor, Coyote or 4.6, any style of mod motor mounts in it. And it's got the standard, I think it goes from 79 to 04 13-inch A-arms. Well, I am running a spindle from a 9904 Mustang with the 99 and 04 hubs. These are Fox body spindles, and the hub design is different. The hub has on these that you can take on and off, and they're sealed. They're not, you don't grease them like you do the Fox body style. You have to pack the bearings and everything when you put the hub on them. These are sealed. It's got one nut in the center. Take them off, the whole hub is assembly, it comes off. I like this setup better, but what I was getting at is that I'm going to have to get the 12-inch, the inch shorter A-arms to tuck the tires in, which I'm mainly going to have a drag pack on here, so it's going to have a skinny front wheel on it all the time. But I want them to sit up under the fender real nice. And if I ever want to run a wheel like this, I want it to fit up under there too. I believe that's a 9. If it's not a 9, it's an 8-inch wide wheel. But I'll get the car up in the air and show you everything that I've got in the front. But before I put it up in the air, I'll show you that I went with Team Zeke caster camber plates also. They're not adjusted or anything, of course. I just got them bolted up there for mock-up. Like I said, I wanted to see if I needed to get the shorter A-arms or not. So that's what I'm doing right now. Get it raised up in the air here and show you a better look at the rear end setup, and better look at the K-member spindle setup and all that in the front. Okay, we'll go back up front. You see I got a front rotor up here right now, just so it'll have the right spacing. I don't have the brake caliper and the brake right now. I'm going to still need to clean them up and paint them how I want it. I am putting 0304 Cobra front calipers. This is a 0304 Cobra front rotor that I bought used. That's why I got to clean them up and put a coat of paint on them before I install them. You can see back here, I got the spindle. I cleaned it all up, cleaned the rust and stuff off of it, painted it black. I got strange single adjustable front struts for right now. Later on I'll try and get a nicer set of front struts, but this is it for now. The front, another thing I like about using the like 9904 style spindles and hubs is they have ABS sensors and the hole in the spindle for the ABS sensor. So if you want to get wheel speed from something, and then use it as a reference for your speed, alongside of the drive shaft speed, you can compare the two from the actual speed the front tires are seeing to the speed of the drive shaft or the rear tires are seeing, so you can know if you're losing traction or whatever. I got the Team Z bump steer kit here. Just kind of mocked it up. I wanted to, when it's fully extended, to have sort of this close to the same plane as the bottom of the A-arms, which they're not set, nowhere near set for how it's going to be from now on. I was just kind of playing with it, got it mocked up, seeing how stuff needs to go go, and like I said, the A-arms are going to have to be took back off and put the, I'm going to go with the 12-inch. It's going to suck the coilover in just a little bit, and the tires in a little bit, and fit a lot better in the front. I got Flaming River rack and pinion, bought it used, got it on there. Like I said, Team Z, K member. Yeah, I've got the steering shaft over there on the toolbox. I'm gonna be bolting up. Gotta get the steering column out of the attic up there to put in, so I can move the car until I get the A-arms and stuff swapped out. If I need to move it out of this bay to use the lift, I can. But that's basically where we're at on the front end. I know it may not seem like much to anybody, but I'm super excited to have all of this on the front of the car for right now, which it's gonna come off maybe 1 or 2 times before it actually gets drove or anything like that. I'm not gonna worry about painting the car. I'm gonna worry about getting the motor in it, getting it running, and drive it a little bit before I take everything completely out of it and paint it. You can see this lower radiator support was cut up. I forget why I cut this off, but it was for a buddy's car. He needed it for some reason, and I was going to cut I'm still going to cut the lower radiator support out into a tube one, so I wasn't in need of it, but that's why it looks all hacked up, if you're wondering. But that should do it for the front. I'm gonna go to the back here, and also I wanted to point out how nice the pinch welds are on this car. It's something I always liked about this car when I bought it, is the pinch welds. I hate a car that's got real wavy pinch welds on it, and this one's really nice. Which this car is super clean for what it is. As far as like it hasn't been spray painted. I hate when people spray paint the undersides of the cars. I like the factory look, which this is dirty. It just needs cleaned, but it don't have no spray paint or anything like that on it. It needs to be took off. My Cobra, somebody spray painted it, and I really want to take something and clean all that out. But back here in the back, the rear end setup. Remember that built the rear end, put the brackets and all on it, put the coat of that hammer tone paint, put it on with a brush, got it looking pretty good. It's got 10 soldiers, lower control arms, TRZ uppers, and I went with 10 soldier. 10 soldiers don't have uppers. They use their TRZs as their uppers, but I went with 10 soldiers instead of Team Z because I went with 10 soldiers bracket kit. So it may not affect anything, but I wanted it to be from the same company, if that makes sense. I don't know if it affect anything as far as like how stuff lined up or anything like that, but that was my thought process of it. I went with the 10 soldiers bracket kit, so I went with the 10 soldiers control arms. You can see my paint is all over this bracket. It don't really matter to me because this bracket's gonna come off. I'll clean it all up and put it back on when I get a brake set up for it. Same with the cover. I got paint all on the side of the covers and stuff. This cover's gonna come off. I'm gonna clean it all up really good. So I wasn't worried about getting paint on it. And then change the fluid. I actually need to see what axles, and I know it's a spool, but what spline axles is in this rear end. I haven't had the cover off yet. But see the QA1s I'm here, they're actually, I forget how to read them numbers. I believe it's a 12-inch spring. I think these are 130-pound springs. The 250 is for like 2.5 inches wide, and these are 12 inches tall. I think that's how it is. But back to control arms. I got this. I ain't even gonna try and say it. I'll screw it up. The shit. What, you know what kind of bushings these are. I can't pronounce them, but they're in there. They're not your rubber bushings. I got them up there. Like I said, TRZ uppers. I don't know how much more I can talk about the back here. Other than the mounts for the upper control arms, I may not leave them where they're at. I put this in a long time ago, and I think I'll see where my cage lands, but I believe I'm going to cut these off and move them up about 2 inches, maybe 3 inches up into the floor pan. That way, if I want to, I can suck this tire up into the quarter panel a little bit more if I ever want to. If I ever, maybe, you can see how much room I got on the inside. If I ever build another rear end and want a 12-inch wide wheel, and have the rear narrowed a little bit more, and I have the wheel and tires sucked up under there, I may want to lower it down even more. So I just want to maybe put that up there for future plans, and if it sets it too low, I can always raise it up, because right now it's bottomed out as low as it can go. So that's just trying planning for the future on that deal. Before I go to like racing the car, I'm going to change the upper control arm mounts. The bodies, I'm going to get the adjustable ones, or the ones that are adjustable. That Marty Marilat uppers is probably what I'm going to get. The ones that have the bunch of different holes up in this, so you can move your bar angles how you want. And I'm going to do the same thing for the lowers. I got adjustment here, but I'd like the adjustment down here too. And they're a lot stronger. I'll be able to tie the cage into them too, strengthen everything up. I don't want to be pulling these things out, ripping the floor pans and stuff out of the stock torque boxes. So I'll do that later on, but to get it running first like it is, it's probably going to be left alone. But when I go to like paint it and stuff like that, I'll probably do them, or I may just get the gumption to do it when I start doing the cage. I may end up doing that. I don't know. So I think I rambled on long enough about the stuff I've been doing to the coupe car. There's more to come. I got a lot more stuff to do. I'm going to end the video off here. Hopefully it kind of makes up for what I've been lacking on filming and talking about what I've been doing to the car. Next I may be tackling the roll cage, or next I may be sticking the mock-up motor in there and maybe messing with headers, and maybe show you what transmission I'm going to go with. I really don't know, but until then, I'm going to try and get a game plan on my next steps, and next video you see is what I decided to go with next.